With this upcoming new moon on March the 13th, the key theme is that inner fire of awakening. Now, you may have already felt something stirring within where maybe you've realized that what you've been doing up until this point simply doesn't give you that satisfaction anymore, that gratification, that joy and fulfillment that maybe once you've had experienced before, or maybe you have never experienced in what you were doing, but now you were really looking for that. Maybe you're feeling that inner stirring that you want to do more, be your authentic self in a bigger and brighter way. Now, you may also feel that inner stirring to really reach for the stars. That's really the key theme of what's happening for this new moon on March the 13th of 2021. So in this video, I want to share with you the 5 key things that I think you should know about this upcoming new moon so you can really make the most out of it, so you can really tap into that inner fire and really allow yourself to reach for the stars. So stay tuned. Hello there, beautiful soul. I'm Kay Sanders, transformational coach and divine messenger, here to help awakening souls on their spiritual awakening journey so they can really step into their power and create more success, more abundance, and more freedom in their life, all while making a bigger impact in the world. Now, if you are new to this channel, I do want to invite you, if you are on your spiritual awakening journey, please do me a favor and subscribe to my channel, as I do release great content around spiritual awakening to really assist you on your journey. So for this video today, I really want to take some time to go over the 5 key things that you need to know about this new moon coming up on March the 13th, because it is really a profound energy shift that is happening, that really activating that inner stirring within that like I said, the key theme is that inner fire of awakening. Now, with February, we've just gone through an intense month where we all have gone through that inner overhaul, where a lot of cleansing was happening, a lot of coming to the surface. Like, you may have realized a lot of things that didn't really feel right anymore. Maybe you felt very challenged in February of actually just getting stuff done. Maybe like each day was just a wild roller coaster. So February was really an intense month where a lot of people were challenged, and it really caused a lot that inner overhaul for really deep cleansing and also an activation. And now with this new moon coming up, that inner activation, that inner fire of awakening is really happening, really allowing you to step even further on your path, step even further into, uncovering who you are and then really embracing who you are and stepping into your power. So it's really a profound energy shift now that we are in March. It's really a profound shift, compared to what we experienced in February. So let me share with you those 5 key things that I really do think that you need to know about this upcoming new moon, so you can really make the most out of this inner awakening right now, because it is really setting the stage for your path moving forward, for your path ahead. So the first thing is, it goes back to the key theme, is that inner fire of awakening. Now, if up until this point you haven't really figured out what it is that you're here to do, what your path is, and maybe you haven't even really embraced it, maybe you've already known deep within that more is possible for you, but maybe you have kind of ignored it. Maybe you have put it aside. Maybe you thought that you're not ready to do this. Well, now with this new moon energy, it's really that inner activation that nudges you, maybe even pushes you a little bit to really embrace that what you already know within your heart you are meant to do. Think of it like that there is a fire being lit within you to really urge you to step into that path that's to your highest and greatest good, and to the highest and greatest good of all, because you are here to make a bigger impact. You are here for a purpose, for a reason. You have a mission in life that now is really being lit within you, so you can really step into that and embrace that. So the energy of the new moon is really activating you to allow yourself to think bigger, think more expansive, really reach for those stars, and allow yourself to also listen to what are you feeling within. If up until this point you have felt that inner dissatisfaction, that you knew there's so much more possible for you, you want to listen to that, because this energy right now for this new moon is really activating that. It's pushing you, or it's nudging you to really listen to that, to what is your heart calling you to do. What is it that you deep down you already know you are meant to do? It may be something completely different to what you have been doing up until this point. It may be more advanced, like kind of like leveling up in what you have been doing. It may be, something that you've never even thought of, but you've had those nudges. Maybe you were interested in certain things. Maybe you felt guided to now start a business, go into the healing arts or anything like that. Or maybe just, change your careers or anything like that. You really want to listen within, because now you're really being activated even more so. Like this year is really causing us to up level. It's like with the energy for this entire year up until this point already, it really feels like with each new moon, with each full moon, we are being activated for that next level, for that next step. And now it's really that inner fire is being activated, because if you have been feeling dissatisfied with your life the way it has been up until this point, the things that you have been doing, is because your soul is urging you to listen to what your heart is telling you to do. Your soul is urging you to be more, do more, make a bigger impact. So that's the first key thing about this full moon. Now the second point is that with this new moon energy, it brings greater opportunities to heal your past, because the past experience that you've had up until this point, the past pains and disappointments and everything, all that negative stuff from the past, may now come to the surface because it's ready to be released. It is also necessary to be released in order for you to move forward. Because, well, you can't do anything about the past, but if you still have some attachments to the past, it can hinder you from really moving forward. So now this new moon energy really brings that great opportunity to really uncover what needs to be released now to take that next step, to move forward. And I want to invite you to check out that video about how to self-heal the pains from your past. Now the link will be in the description. I teach you a process where you can, for one, uncover what needs to be released. What are some of those pain points, those painful experiences and wounds that are still holding you back? Because the thing is, your past, if you still have somewhat of a negative attachment to whatever happened in the past, your experiences and all of those different things, it can affect you today. So it is really necessary to heal and release them. And one thing my guides always share with me, and that I also share with my clients, is whatever comes to your awareness is ready to be released. So you may have dreams, you may have, memories about when you were a child, or just things from the past. All of a sudden they're popping back in your mind. In here, I want to invite you, don't put it aside, don't ignore it, don't say, no, I don't want to deal with that, but allow yourself to release it, because if it comes to your awareness, it is ready to be released. It's coming up for a reason. If you wouldn't be thinking about it, then it wouldn't be ready to be released. But if it comes to your awareness, there's a reason for that. So allow yourself to release it. So like I said, check out that video about how to self-heal your past and the wounds from your past, because like I said, I do share a process that you can then start doing to start healing yourself. Or then, do something about it. But now with this new moon energy, it's really that profound energy shift in also kick-starting that inner healing as well. Like I said, bringing up stuff that is now ready to be released. Now, the third point that I want to share with you is that courage is being activated within you as well. Because now you may have realized that you want to be more of your authentic self. And it's kind of required of you as well, as you're following your path, as you're really stepping into what you're here to do. The one most important thing is that you have to bring up the courage, because anything that you haven't done yet, that within your heart you're meant to do, it's probably also quite outside of your comfort zone, and you have to find that inner courage to really step into that. Well, you're being assisted. The energy now is really of assistance to help you find that courage within, because in order to be your authentic self, and that was what I also shared in a previous video about the last full moon, is about that inner drive for authenticity, that inner desire for authenticity. And that's really the most important thing also for this entire year, is that we are our authentic self. So being authentic also takes courage, because we often hide behind all these different masks, especially if you are spiritual, if you have gifts, if you're a light worker, an empath. you may experience certain things that others don't understand. So instead of you being your authentic self, you may feel the need that maybe you need to hide a part of you because you don't want to upset other people, or you don't want them to look at you differently or whatnot. But right now, in order really to step into your purpose, into your mission, you've got to find the strength within you to be your authentic self, which now this new moon is assisting us by activating that courage within us. So it will allow you then to really step forward, really be courageous about what you want to do about those next steps as well, and also finding the courage to be your authentic self as well, because this courage will truly assist you in your path ahead. So here you want to then really listen to that inner nudging to be more courageous, to maybe take bigger leaps, take bigger steps, and then to trust whatever guidance you're getting, whatever it is that you feel within, trust that, and then act upon it. Really act upon it with courage. Very, very important. And hey, if you've gotten value out of this video so far, I hope you have, I want to invite you, please do me a favor, hit the like button. I would greatly appreciate it. But now the fourth point that I really want to make here is that more support is unfolding. Because as you are going forward on your path, you're going to need support. And support can mean many different things. The support in like the financial support to help you create whatever it is that you want. Certain teachers, certain people in your life, maybe if you're starting a business, clients, maybe certain books you come across that you need. Whatever it is that you need to move forward on your path, support is unfolding. So there's now greater opportunities for you to get the support that you need that will support you on your path ahead, if it's in alignment with what you're here to do. Now, if you're really in alignment with what you are here to do, more support will unfold. And even if you're not quite on your path and you've been maybe floundering around, maybe in resistance or whatnot, you still will get that support to help you find out what it is that you're here to do. I mean, you just listening to this video, that's support, because it gives you that insights into how to make the most out of the new moon energy. And also you can become aware of what you can do moving forward. So support is unfolding. Whatever it is that you need, that next step, it will show up. Whatever it is that you need will show up. And whether it is just support from your family, from your loved ones, that too will show up. If you're really standing true to your heart and you're doing what you feel guided to do, all that you need will show up. So you don't have to worry that about money, about support or anything like that. Everything will fall in alignment. Of course, there's also divine timing at play as well, but everything will align itself to support you moving forward. And then the fifth point is that there's now a call for truth. And what I mean with that is, it's that inner truth and outer truth. So you want to become aware, and it's going to also become aware to you, where have you maybe been lying to yourself? Where have you been holding back? So this new moon energy is really giving you that insight. Think of it as that flashlight highlighting something in your life, or about your beliefs, about your habits, where you have been holding yourself back, where you maybe have believed that you're limited, that you're in lack, where you maybe even have lied to you. And what I mean with that is, maybe you have told yourself that I'm not good enough to do this yet, or maybe I need more certification, or anything like that. Well, that is a lie, because you're already good enough to do whatever you feel called to do. So it's those type of things where we often hold ourselves back by telling ourselves certain lies to keep us safe within our comfort zone. So now this new moon energy is really calling for that truth, that inner truth and outer truth. And it's also shining that light onto areas in your life where you have believed in lack and limitation versus abundance and possibility. Because you truly get to have whatever it is that you want. You are able, capable, ready to do what you feel within your heart you are meant to do. If you're ignoring that, that too will now become more apparent to you, where maybe you've talked yourself out of something. Maybe you saw this one course, or saw this book, or thought about this one idea that really felt exciting in that moment, but then you talked yourself out of it because whether you didn't have the money, or you didn't think you were ready, or it wasn't the right time, or whatever. So now this new moon energy is really calling for that truth. to help you see what you have not been able to see up until this point. And here I just want to invite you, if you do have some realizations where maybe you're realizing that what you have been getting in your own way, you have been holding you back, you have been kind of lying to yourself for quite some time and not allowing yourself to really listen to what you know deep within your heart you're meant to do, I want to invite you to please don't judge yourself, because I truly believe that everything happens for a reason. Everything happens to our highest and greatest good, and most of all, everything happens in divine timing, never on our time, okay? Because maybe we want something, but if there's a divine plan unfolding, so just know that you are right where you're meant to be. You have experienced exactly what you were meant to experience, because there are certain life lessons you may have, you may need to learn in order to move forward. So please don't ever judge yourself if anything comes up that doesn't quite feel right or doesn't feel appealing to you, because usually the truth doesn't always sound really great, right? It makes us realize that, oh shoot, I shouldn't have done that, or I was holding myself back. So please don't judge yourself, because you're right where you're meant to be. But now it's really shining that light onto those areas in your life where you have been holding yourself back, where you have been lying to yourself, so you can allow yourself to move past that. Because with awareness comes the power of choice. When you become aware that you have been holding yourself back, that you have believed in a lie, that you're not good enough, not ready, and all of those things, then you can say, I don't want to believe this no more. I want to believe something else, because I am worthy and deserving to do that. I am good enough. You then have a choice. So with this energy now, you may become aware about certain areas in your life, about maybe even certain beliefs that you have, certain habits, and certain ways like how you show up in the world that is not in alignment with what you are meant to do, what you truly would like to do, or who you would like to be. Well, with this awareness, then comes the power of choice. You can do something about it. Which brings me to the action steps that I want to share with you to really make the most out of this new moon energy. I want to invite you to make a plan. Really envision, what is it that your heart is calling you to do? What is it that future you would like to create? What is it that you want to experience? Really envision, what is your heart calling you to do? Like I mentioned earlier, you probably have already felt some of an inner dissatisfaction about what you have been doing up until this point, how your life has been up until this point. Now you want to listen to that, tune in and envision, what do you want instead? What is your heart calling you to do? And then make a plan about it, write about it, get some clarity about it, and focus on the essence behind it as well. And then think about what needs to align and what needs to happen, what needs to unfold to allow yourself to really move forward with that. That could mean that maybe you need some support, maybe you need to do some shifting, some healing, some releasing, whatever it is. Think of it like the gap, basically. You're here and this is where you want to be. What's that in between? What needs to happen in between to help you get there, to get to where you know you want to go? And then uncover your limitations, because if you know you're right here and you want to be here, and all that stuff in between needs to happen, there are limitations and lack and beliefs and fears and doubts and all of those different things that may be holding you back from actually moving forward. So allow yourself to uncover, because like I just mentioned, with awareness comes the power of choice. The more you can become aware of what is really holding you back from getting from A to Z, that gives you power to do something about it. And now, like I said, with this new moon energy, there's a call for truth. There's going to be a light that's being shined onto the things that have been holding you back, to show you the truth, to allow yourself to see where have you been living a life. So really make the most out of this energy by really getting clear or uncovering what is really holding you back. And then how you can activate to this fire, to this new activation right now, to your vision of what you want to do. Just close your eyes and tune in and imagine a ball of fire within your heart and within your solar plexus, and allow this fire to really grow, to really embody your entire being from the inside out, and allow it to shine brightly. Really light that fire within you and make it bigger and bigger and bigger. And whenever you're in doubt, tune into that fire. check and see if that fire is still glowing brightly or if it has kind of started to dim. Because as we go about our life, as we go about doing the things we're here to do and, you know, trying to find our path and those type of things, life happens, right? Life gets in the way. It's trying to smack you down, trying to tell you, nope, that's not what you're here to do. But you really want to listen within. So you want to check in with yourself. What's your fire doing? You know, is it still bright and glowing and really, you know, surrounding you and like filling you up completely? Or has it been just kind of like dimming? And then whenever you're realizing it's not as bright anymore, just turn it up again. Turn it up. It's by setting that intention, by really doing it intentionally and visualizing it. That's how you can really turn up the fire within. And then teach your body daily how to feel courageous, because courage is needed. Anything that you want to do that's outside of your comfort zone, it requires courage. So teach your body, how does it feel to be courageous? You can do this right now in this moment. What does courage feel to you? Feel it right in this moment and then amplify it, make it bigger, really feel it and then embodying it. If you can do that every single day, especially when you're challenged, especially if you're trying to do something that's outside of your comfort zone, get back to center. Feel courageous. Bring up that feeling and make it bigger, make it brighter. Also light up that fire some more and really stay there for a moment. Really let it infuse every fiber of your being and just feel courageous. Feel really fired up. And then decide on the next step. Make the decision to take that next step. Even if it's just a small step. It doesn't necessarily always have to be something major, but just take that next step. So powerful. So powerful. But I gotta ask you something. What do you desire to do? What is that next step looking like for you? And I want to invite you, allow yourself to dream big, like really reach for the stars. Anything is possible for you. And I want to invite you, leave a comment below. Let me know, what is it that you truly desire? What is it that you truly desire to step into, to do? Maybe you do want to become a healer and make a bigger impact, really assist others in their journey. Maybe you want to become a psychic that gives answers to others. Maybe you want to become a coach to also assist others. Or maybe you just want to be a better person for yourself, to live more of a heart-centered way of being. Well, anything that you do, I just want you to know, it's going to impact those around you. It's going to be impacting you. It's going to be impacting the people around you. It's going to have a ripple effect because it will touch people that you haven't even talked to. So allow yourself to reach for the stars and let me know, what is it that you desire? What is it that you desire to step into? Leave a comment below. I would love to know. So there you have it. You have the 5 key things to make the most out of this new moon energy. I hope you're really taking the time to do these action steps because it is really important that you do something to move forward. And even if it's just taking some time out on a new moon and really do the action steps I shared with you, or do whatever you feel called to do. There's no right or wrong. The only thing that you can maybe do wrong is not do anything. Not take action onto what you feel within your heart you're being called to do. But I really hope that this video, gave you some insights into the new moon energy, what you can do to make the most of it. Now, I do want to invite you, please check out that video I mentioned about how to self-heal your past, so you can really start cutting the cords on the things that are holding you back so you can move forward. But I just want to say thank you so much for tuning in, for being here, and I will talk to you again in the next video. Until then, make an amazingly abundant, successful day. Namaste.